and welcome back to another episode of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network. I'm your host today, Brooklyn Gonzales, and today we are joined by our very special guest, Alonso Frias. So Alonso, welcome to the studio, and why don't we just start off by you just telling us a little bit about yourself and how you grew up, your background, all that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised here in Fairfield, California. I've been here my whole life. I went to Fairfield High. I attended here, Solano College. I played soccer my whole life. I went to SF State, and now I work here full-time at the college, and I'm also a full-time soccer coach as well.
So you mentioned a little bit about being a former student for the Solano College Sports Network program. What did you learn from this program, and what did you kind of do whenever you were a part of it?
Yeah, so my main role here with the sports network was recording games. I was doing all the recording for the women's program for soccer.
Yeah.
So I would do all the home games. I would travel with the team to all the away games as well. And that's how I met Coach Cardinal as well. And so that kind of opened a door for me. It was kind of like a full circle moment because after I met him and worked with him recording, years later, I was a volunteer assistant for varsity at Armijo. And he heard that I was coaching. And so he was looking for an assistant coach. And he reached out to me and, hey, would you like to join my coaching staff? And it was just great. It all
Wow.
started here.
Wow. Yeah, that's really cool that being part of a program like this can kind of just like open up doors to many different avenues and just like years later, like, oh, I know you from this. Like it just leads to so many different great opportunities. So you were a former athlete, as you mentioned, you played soccer. How has being a former athlete translated into your coaching philosophy and the way that you go about coaching for Armijo boys soccer?
Yeah, so the philosophy that I have written down is something I've been trying to follow for the last couple of years is treating every game, practice, and aspect of life to the same standard.
Hmm.
And I feel like I was really challenged by that, especially when I was younger. So as I was coaching and knew that a lot of players were dependent on me and my work ethic and stuff like that, it really helped me implement that. And again, I'm trying to work day by day to get better with that
Hmm.
because I know I'm not perfect, so I
Yeah,
still have to work on it a lot. But just having that set as my philosophy helps a lot.
yeah, that's really good. So let's kind of go into your role here in the Solano College athletic department. What exactly do you do? I know you work in athletic operations. What does that look like on the day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so it's just a full time. I'm here almost every day,
Yeah.
basically every day, Monday through Saturday sometimes, and just all the game day management, setting up transportation for every team, ordering equipment, managing student workers, just everything and anything you can think of behind the scenes for athletics. Working in the fitness center now as well, the new gym that we have opened up as well.
Wow. So you kind of do a lot with the
Yeah,
coaching and just everything.
yeah, working with every coach on campus
Oh,
as
wow.
well. All the schedules, getting everything down.
Yeah, so it seems like you do a lot with all of the athletics. What would you say your favorite sport or aspect of being involved in this would be?
I think just working with all the student athletes here
Yeah.
is something I could relate a lot to them because me, I was a first generation college student.
Yeah.
So I think just being around that environment at a college that I went to, being in athletics, knowing how to manage a schedule, because I know they have to be full-time students, they're
Yeah.
athletes as well. A
Yeah.
lot of them have a job, same thing that I went through. So just being in that environment and just it's welcoming.
Yeah. What piece of advice would you give to somebody who is interested in sports, whether that be as an athlete or in the media aspect or coaching or managing? What would be your number one piece of advice?
I would say go all in. I think if you're really passionate about it, if you really want to do it for as a career, just go all in. If you're really doing something halfway, it's not going to work out. And if you're really passionate about it, you're going to try to set everything else aside and just go all in and just make it work. Work as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network. I have been your host today, Brooklyn Gonzales, and I had the pleasure to be joined by our special guest, Alonso Frias. We will see you in the next episode.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.